What is happening, PUBG fans? My name is Powerbang. Welcome to the PUBG Mobile official channel. And guys, before we get into today's episode, make sure you guys are clicking that subscribe button for more amazing PUBG Mobile tips and tricks from myself and other creators. If you guys are looking for more daily content on PUBG Mobile, feel free to check my link in the description down below. I do cover the game multiple times every single day. Today we're going to be learning about sniper rifles. I want to get you guys familiar with each gun, what types there are, which is best, which does the most damage. I'm getting all kinds of questions. So first, let's break them down into their two main categories. The first of which is marksman rifles. You can essentially think of marksman rifles as those you can fire in a semi-automatic fashion. Clicking the fire button multiple times fires multiple shots and does not have to wait for a reload unless the magazine is empty. There are three types of marksman rifles in the game: the Mini 14, which fires a 5.56 round, the SKS, and the MK14. Now, Mini 14s and SKSs are found out in the world just as a normal world drop, whereas the MK14 is a specialized crate-only weapon, which is why you see the higher damage out of this gun than you do the two others. So let's go ahead and take a look first at the Mini 14 and see how this performs at range with a 4x scope attached. As you can see, the Mini 14 knocks down targets with ease at range as the muzzle velocity is super high in this gun. Bullets travel very quickly and do not suffer a lot of bullet drop. The Mini 14 can hold up to 30 rounds in an extended magazine, so this gun is extremely versatile and has a very high capacity in it. And as you can see, you can fire repeated rounds into the head or a small target at 100-meter range relatively easily. Now, in the unfortunate situation that you get caught in close quarter combat with your sniper rifle out, the Mini 14 is not a bad option, as you can semi-auto fire as fast as you can click the button, and it can do significant damage, and the pattern on these shots are really tightly grouped, so the Mini 14 is not a bad sidearm to use if you get caught in that unfortunate situation. And with the 8x scope attached, the Mini 14 is an absolute beast. It can laser targets from really far away. Unfortunately, the damage is relatively low, and it's going to take quite a few shots in order to get the kill. You're looking at 5, 6, sometimes even 7 shots at range if you're not able to connect to the head. Next, we'll take a look at the SKS, which is a very similar rifle to the Mini 14. The SKS is a 7.62 round, and because of that, it does a significant amount more damage than the Mini 14. It does more damage per shot and does not have as high a capacity as the Mini. It's packing 10 rounds per magazine, and with an extended mags, it'll go all the way up to 20 rounds. It does have a little bit more recoil and a little bit more bullet drop, but it does pack a bigger punch than the Mini, so it's definitely something that you want to think about using. Now, as you fire off rounds, it does have a great recoil pattern, pretty tight if you get the rhythm down to it, although there definitely is a rhythm to the SKS. It's something that you've got to get used to. Now, in close quarter combat, if you do get caught with that gun out, it is not the end of the world. You may be able to take out the target, as you can rip off tons of rounds really quickly. The pattern isn't quite as tight as the Mini, but it can get the job done, doing a substantial amount of damage. Now, attaching that 8x scope, the SKS, can be lethal. You do want to aim for that headshot, though, as it does take a couple of headshots at range to take out a target in most situations. Only if the target is not wearing a helmet is that single headshot going to take them out. Let's take a look now at the MK14. This is a crate-only weapon, also chambered in 7.62, and it is going to absolutely laser targets, almost no bullet drop, and very, very fast bullet travel. Keep in mind, though, this is one of the loudest guns in the game, so if you are rocking this, a suppressor is highly encouraged, or just be very aware that you're going to attract people from all over the map as soon as you click that trigger. Next, this is a really, really accurate weapon. And it also does a lot more damage than the SKS and the Mini, and that is the reason why it is found in the crates. It is not quite as versatile, but you can really hear the difference in suppressed shots here versus the normal shots. And again, the trolls in the battlegrounds here, in the training grounds, make it pretty difficult to get anything accomplished. Now, if you're gonna rattle off a bunch of rounds in a row, you can actually do this pretty efficiently with the MK14. It does have up to 20 rounds in an extended magazine. 10 is the base amount, and check this out, you can even fire a whole lot of rounds into somebody at close range by firing semi-auto. Now, this gun does have an automatic mode as well, but as you can see, that is not recommended for obvious reasons. And then as the 8x scope is attached to this weapon, this thing is an extremely lethal tool in the right hands. These guys just will not leave me alone, will they? It's just not gonna happen. Not my day. Not my day. And that's going to do it for the marksman rifles in PUBG Mobile. Now let's take a look at the bolt-action rifles, commonly referred to as the sniper rifles. These are some of the most iconic weapons in the game. So let's start out with the Kar98K. This is a bolt-action rifle that is chambered in 7.62. It does above average damage and can actually one-shot to the head kill anybody in a level 1 or level 2 helmet. A level 3 helmet will stop the bullet and let somebody live, but it's not likely that they're going to live too much longer. The M24 is also chambered in 7.62. It is found only in crates and does a little bit more damage than the Kar98, as well as has a little bit more range and is a little bit faster, and also has a magazine that holds up to 7 rounds with an extended mag versus the Kar98 only holding 5. Finally, you have the AWM, which is a 300 Magnum round, which does extreme amounts of damage and one-shots people to the head regardless of what helmet they're wearing. Could be a level 3, doesn't matter. Also found only in crates, the AWM is the rarest and most powerful weapon in the game, and it definitely will put a hurt on whoever is on the receiving end of that bullet. Let's go ahead and take a look first at the Kar98, and we'll see how this thing performs with the 4x scope at range using only a compensator instead of a suppressor. Very, very accurate here. You got to account for a little bit of bullet drop with the Kar98. As you extend out, a couple hundred meters, the bullets will start to fall back to the earth, and as you get further and further away, you must compensate for that. But overall, very accurate, and it pays with the bolt-action rifles, guys, to take your time, aim up your shots, and get those headshots. Once you attach the suppressor to these rifles, they become absolutely lethal killing machines because they are not able to be detected from long distances away, so you can hide out a ways from your target, wait for them to hold still, and then drop that headshot on them when they're not even looking. It's pretty easy to get that crosshair of the Kar98 back to your centering point and fire multiple shots on the same target, and it'll also do decent no-scope accuracy